What do we have for Libra? The Tower, Mars, Aries, Scorpio energy at the foundation of the reading, Libra. Libra, you're entering a season of your life, if this hasn't already started to happen, where you are going to start witnessing people who thought that they were winning, who thought that they ruined you, who thought that they were in control, start to have a very slow motion fall from grace. And the reason why it's going to be in slow motion is because the universe wants to truly highlight the detail in these individuals' epic fail to the bottom. These are individuals that we've all scratched our heads in disbelief that they managed to get to the top based on their horrific behavior towards others. This is something that every single person who's listening to this reading right now can relate to. But now, where we are going at this point in history and astrologically, the universe is going to start unfolding a narrative that shows us why this all happened to begin with. And as these individuals are slowly making their descent to the bottom, you are going to be making a slow rise to the top, your rightful position for all your hard work and dedication on your path, however this may resonate for you, Libra, and whatever sector it may be in where you've been grinding year after year. Every time these individuals lose something, you will gain something. May not be obvious, but there will be a point in the future where you look back and all of this will begin to crystallize. You'll start to see all the meticulous detail surrounding these situations and how the universe was working. It's definitely one of those you can't see the forest for the trees, right? When you're in the middle of it, it's just hard to see what's taking place. You actually have to remove yourself from this space and then look back and start to have a different vantage point over what went down. This tower is indicating complete ruin, complete destruction, and it's going two ways. For you, you're on the positive side of this tower, and for them, obviously, they are on the negative side of this tower. But there's also something surrounding your path and a kind of revelation that I feel you're going to begin to have about your life and just reality in general, Libra. It's one of these situations that has a way of shifting the way you perceive your life, and you just start to see things in a much deeper, more meaningful way. You start to recognize that all of the resistance you've been dealing with up until this point has all been by order of some sort of dark force that's been trying to keep you from your path, from your mission, from your purpose. These individuals tried to break you, and I feel that your confusion around why some of them may have been succeeding was a part of this, right? I know how hard it is to watch people who don't deserve it succeed. It makes you question life. It makes you question God. But God works in a way that we can't quite understand until we get on the other side of perspective. See, God's playing the long game, and the universe can see things from this perspective that we just don't have access to, right? They don't see all the noise in between the point A and B that you need to navigate in your life. So quite often, we'll find ourselves questioning our faith. But what I'm getting here, Libra, is that somehow, through all of this, you've held on to hope. You've held on to faith. Some of you, your faith became stronger the more struggles you faced in your life. And this is really you showing out for God and the divine plan. Most of you have trusted that things have been unfolding no matter how it looked in that immediate moment. And this is one of those plateaus that you're about to reach in your life, Libra, where the universe gives you a nod and lets you know that you've done a great job for keeping the faith up until this point. What do we have at the sacral, please? King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy at the sacral. Libra, before I began the reading, one of the downloads I got was regarding the eclipse and what it was eradicating from your life. And the download was surrounding you no longer caring about what people think who don't even matter on your path, or you no longer feeling the need to respond. And I feel that for most of you, it's going to be the latter, right? You no longer feeling the need to respond. And that's the thing about Libras. Most of you don't give a flying bahooz when anybody thinks about you or the path you're on, because a lot of you are very confident in the moves you're making. But the one thing that has been working against you, Libra, is your need to respond to this. Now, I'm not talking about you not sticking up for yourself, nothing like that. What I am talking about is you being more selective with the individuals that you feel like you need to respond to. Because the path that you are now stepping onto calls for your undivided attention and for you to realize how incredibly valuable every minute of your time is. You know, something I always speak about is the devil taking away our life clock minutes, distracting us from our intended path, and how this can really fly off the radar. You don't even really know it's happening until afterwards, and you're like, wow, I just lost all this time. I can't believe it. I lost all my focus because I got distracted by this person or this situation. So on the other side of these eclipses, one of the things that you are going to become much better at, Libra, is not responding to these kinds of peasants who are only sent on your path to distract you. They're essentially minions of the devil. These can be people in your family. These can be people online. These can be people you work with. Take it as it fits. But you're going to have a more acute awareness of these individuals. And you're going to know when to react and when not to react. Because almost 100% of the time, these sort of attacks that try to get you to respond are meticulously crafted. And as soon as you engage with them, they've essentially won. So with this King of Cups at the sacral, this is you taking on a much more stoic demeanor, unaffected, unwavering strength, emotionally speaking. There's this kind of laser point focus that I'm picking up from you, Libra, which really speaks about something much deeper. This is you starting to have a better understanding of what you came here to do, who you really are. You don't have time to respond to these kinds of energies. You're well above it now. And in this new season of your life, you're going to be making much more progress in shorter periods of time because you're taking this approach. You're being very selective where you do and don't put your time. What do we have at the solar plexus, please? Lovers, Gemini energy at the solar plexus. And the Lovers in a spread like this is really speaking about calibration. It's like, here's the divine, and here's your two polarities, masculine and feminine. You're calibrating with your higher self. You're starting to have a greater understanding, or enough of it, to truly start focusing solely on your path and not allowing the simulation, the matrix, the everyday grind of life to take your attention away. And this can also speak about your environment. For some of you, you may be moving. You may be changing some things up, starting to realize that there's certain people you can't have around you because they just completely drain you of your creativity, your drive, your happiness. You're starting to be more protective of yourself, your energy, your gifts, which speaks about this greater understanding that you have surrounding your life path, which you're beginning to access in a much more pronounced way, Libra, because of the connection that you are nurturing with Source, your higher self, God, the divine, whatever belief system that you utilize for your point of faith and hope. There's really nothing more important than this, Libra. There's this need to check in more. It's going to help you navigate your waking life in the days, weeks, months, years ahead. We're just entering a different time in history. There's individuals who are seeking out a greater understanding for their life. They're seeking out a relationship with God. And there is a reason for all of this, because it is going to be the only thing that truly allows you to navigate yourself inside this new timeline that we're shifting into. All decisions need to be taken to source, your higher self. And, a really simple way of understanding this is you fully allowing your intuition to guide you because you're so confident of the connection that you have with your higher self. Our reality is constantly bogging us down with distractions. Some might say it's all been meticulously crafted to do just that. I certainly believe that. And although it's not something that we can essentially eradicate, we can change the way that we allow it to affect us. And I feel that for the Libra collective, a lot of emphasis, a lot of energy has been put in how you are allowing other individuals to affect you on your path, and again, your need to respond to all of this. A lot of you, the answer is staring you right in the face. Now is not a time to fight fire with fire, Libra. Now's the time to throw a bucket of water on that fire and walk away. What do we have at the heart, please? 5 of Wands, Leo energy right there at the heart. Wow. Just followed everything I just said. Yeah, there's this energy of obstacles inside the Libra collective that I'm feeling. It's a kind of energy that's trying to get you wrapped up in conflict and bickering. There's no end in sight to this. It's all meticulously crafted, like I mentioned, to drain you of your energy and your time. You need to start taking stock of where your time is going on a day-to-day basis, Libra, because I feel like some of you would find that if you actually wrote down where every minute of your day was going, you'd be absolutely shocked at how much of your time was going into this person, this event, these people, whatever this is here. There's something very toxic here that is trying to rob you of those precious life clock minutes when they are needed somewhere else. Libra, an example of this would be somebody who is a writer, quite possibly a songwriter, and they get an idea. So they're trying to find a pen and paper so they can write down the idea, or they're trying to grab their phone so they can make a voice memo. And there's an energy around you that is always seemingly trying to distract you before you can get that thought, that idea, that creation out of you. And I'm sure that all of you can relate to this because we've all gone through this, I think, in some capacity where you lose it, right? You lose the idea, you lose the quote, you lose the creation between you coming up with it and trying to get it out of you. But this is something different here. This is an energy that I feel knows you, knows how you react, knows how you move, and it uses all of that against you. This energy I'm picking up on is a kind of dream killer, puts all of their time into trying to stifle your creative flow. And if it's not in regards to something that is literally creative, it could just be your movements forward to build a better life for yourself. This is deliberate, Libra. This was a whole plan hand-delivered to these minions by way of the underworld. This individual or individuals are tentacles of something that wants to keep you from your highest vibration. Now, usually when I channel through a message like that, it's because there's something significant on your path. And you could argue that there's something significant on all of our paths. We all play an incremental role in the grand design of the universe, of the collective. But this feels special. It feels influential, which can speak about you being placed in a position of influence where you help others. Usually I'll have messages come through for individuals who are healers or create support groups for people, or individuals who are meant to write books or go down other creative paths in their life, because there's an energy of influence and how it affects the greater good of mankind and the people in your life. So quite a big energy, Libra. And, some of you out there may be saying to yourself, oh, well, nothing I'm going to do is going to have any sort of influence on the greater collective. But Libra, here's the thing. You really can never truly begin to understand how influential your little old life is, okay? Because you don't have the perspective to see it like the universe does. Like I was saying, we all work in an incremental fashion. We create little domino effects in many areas of our life without even knowing it. It could be you saying one thing to an individual that has a deep impact on their life. And then based off of what you've said to them, they create something that helps an entire collective of people. Okay. There's obviously countless ways that this can go down. And to try and figure out how that could all unfold is completely impossible. But it brings me back to you just allowing the universe to use you as a vessel and you moving accordingly in your waking life and not allow these distracting energies to overwhelm you and keep you off your path. I also believe that we have a kind of allocated position energetically. Sometimes it's geographically, and could be both, that the universe needs us in, right? So we can be a useful vessel. And though that is also something that we can never truly understand, it's very important that you allow the universe to guide you whichever way necessary so you don't miss the mark. What do we have at the throat? And for some of you, this can speak about individuals who are refusing. Wow. This card fell out mid-sentence and speaks about exactly what I was about to say. Five of Swords, Aquarius energy at the throat. Some of you are dealing with a toxic ex, family member, friend, coworker, boss, something like this that refuses to allow you to move forward in happiness and power. Five of Swords at the throat. This is a unhealthy relationship that you either terminated from your life or you need to terminate from your life for good. There's somebody here who is trying to hold you back in some area of your life, Libra. Now, this energy here speaks about that minion energy, right? The tentacle of the devil. And this individual has no idea that they're being used by the underworld or some sort of dark force to keep you off your path. All they know is something is telling them to stop you at all cost. And if you want to get really deep with it, Libra, this is certainly not going to be for all of you, but it's more just an example I want to give here because I'm just trying to get across to all of you that there's these domino effects that take place in your life and you just don't know what it leads to. So it's very important that you navigate your waking life by way of your higher guidance. It could be you moving on from a toxic partner and being with somebody else, and the two of you do something together. You come together and you start a business or you have a creation. For some of you, it could even be the two of you having a child. There's so many different ways this can show up. But this energy here is doing whatever they can to stop this. And whatever it is that you're meant to create with the individual you're supposed to align with has an influential effect on many other people. This Five of Swords is also coming in at the throat. So this is speaking about you no longer feeling the need to respond to this energy that I have right here. And this is what begins to disempower them because they don't know what to do with that. They're so used to you reacting and responding, and they're so used to feeling a sense of accomplishment every time you do because, let's face it, based off of this energy, Libra, when you do react, they have you right where they want you. What do we have at the third eye? Justice. Libra, that is your energy right there at the third eye. Unbelievable. So as you can see right here, Libra, we're looking at the Justice card from the back, right? And there's these two individuals here, and they have this baby in this little basket. It gives the impression like it's being hidden. It's being kept safe, right? This is going to come through when the scales begin to balance. But it goes back to what I said about you bringing something to the collective by way of how you move and show up in your reality, right? You're birthing something. Now, it doesn't have to be a literal baby. It's just a kind of manifestation, creation that is the result of you aligning and getting on this path and not allowing this distracting energy to disempower you. See how they're looking right at this? See, this energy here has no idea really what they're trying to stop you from doing, but they have this kind of inner calling that makes them feel like there's nothing more important than stopping you. And for those of you that have moved on to another relationship from a toxic partnership, I'm getting that here for quite a lot of you now as we develop through the reading, I am actually seeing that come up here with this Lovers at the solar plexus. This relationship, this partnership, whatever it is, this creation, it just makes you feel alive again. It makes you feel seen. It makes you feel like you have a sense of meaning and purpose in your life again. And by the tone of this energy, it seems like you have gone quite some time feeling as though you lost something along the way. But I feel that it's all the result of this energy. There's just this complete drain inside your auric field that wants to take your life force away from you. This energy cannot bear to watch you move on and be happy. This energy cannot bear the thought of you being a kind of influence on the greater good of mankind. Place it as it fits accordingly in your reality. What do we have at the crown, please? Knight of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag energy at the crown. And this is further reiterating the message. This is a very chaotic, reckless, frustrating individual. I also feel that for some of you, you're dealing with a person who has a very bad temper. I feel that it's time to cut the cord with this person permanently. I'm hearing that for a lot of you, this person has nothing better to do. They have nothing meaningful going on in their life. The most exciting thing in their reality is you and what you're getting up to. What do we have at the foundation, please? Page of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, Bootis at the foundation of the reading. Further reiterating the message, every card that comes out is confirming everything I'm saying to be true. This is a very argumentative, defensive individual. It's like there's this failure to communicate kind of energy going on there with this person. There's no resolve to this. There never will be. There's never meant to be. The only resolve to this situation, Libra, is you no longer entertaining their psychobabble. And I feel that this is coming through, Libra, not only because of the eclipse, but we also have this Mercury retrograde coming up. We're already in the pre-shadow. So this whole situation may be feeling exacerbated right now, right? Things are starting to reach a kind of fever pitch. You yourself are feeling a kind of desperate need to resolve this situation, but you don't know how. And I feel that this is the energy of this eclipse. The universe is preparing to release you from this energy that I'm picking up here. What do we have at the sacral, please? Page of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, Stolas. And this is very interesting here because we have these two energies which are complete polar opposites. King of Cups, very stoic, very wise, very emotionally balanced. And then we have this Page of Cups here, which I read in its negative polarity, which is an energy of emotional immaturity. And I feel like this represents this opposing energy. I just heard you need to stop coming down off of your throne to entertain fools, Libra. This energy is keeping you creatively blocked, and it's also causing a repressed intuition. Now, the reason for that is because the universe has been trying to show you how to handle this situation, and a lot of you haven't been listening. When you don't listen to the universe by way of your intuition, it starts to become repressed. You're essentially blocking yourself, being your own worst enemy. So it's time to really nip this in the bud, Libra. Be a willing participant in the betterment of your life and meet the divine halfway. What do we have at the solar plexus, please? 10 of Pentacles, Virgo energy, Barbutus. This 10 of Pentacles represents some sort of loss. There's something here that you're being guided to let go of now, Libra. This could have something to do with your family. It can certainly have something to do with an ex who is holding on for dear life and will not let you move on. But overall, there is something that you're being guided away from. And as this is all unfolding, you're also starting to see this energy for who they really are, which is a part of the reason why they won't let you go, because they can't stand the idea of exposure surrounding their true identity. This individual has a kind of salesman vibe to them, right? They always act like they're sticking their neck out for you, right? Like you need them in some capacity, like they're doing you a favor. But this is the kind of person who pretends just enough to be able to get you to come back or to engage them and give them an audience. Charlatan kind of energy here. And this is kind of funny, but you can see this person is sticking their neck out, right? And then here you are moving on, whatever this represents. It could be a new love. It could be a new opportunity. It could be a new job. Take it as it fits. But it's like this person's kind of peeking over, right? I wonder what Libra's doing over there. I wonder if I can look over the bushes here, if I can look over the angel, right? It's like their neck is all up in your new beginning. Their neck is all up in your new beginning. That's a new one. What do we have at the heart, please? Oh my God. Wow. Okay. First of all, before we get to the reason why I said, oh my God, we're going to read this side first. So Baal, anger. This is the Emperor in its negative polarity. Okay. So this is somebody who feels like they have lost control over you or lost control over the situation. This is an energy of domination. This is also somebody who has a huge ego, okay? This is the person with the greasy neck right here. This person has lost control in multiple areas of their life, Libra, and for some reason they're gunning for you. It's like you've become the scapegoat for all of the roadblocks and or failures that they are now facing in their life. It's like they're blaming you for everything. And then the reason why I said, oh my God, is because new beginnings, the Fool, right? This person has their greasy neck all up in your new beginning. There's this new kind of hope that's been flooding into your life, I feel, in recent days, months, Libra, ever since you've started to leave this energy behind. You just feel a kind of renewed sense of passion. Some of you could have quite possibly been traveling or you're going to, but this is a very spontaneous energy, very free-spirited. And I feel that this is an energy that you are learning to encompass for a lot of you for the first time in a very long time. See, Libra, you can't have this, right? The new beginnings, the new life, when you're still entertaining this. Not even just a smidgen. And this is what the divine is trying to get you to understand. You can't access this when this is all over your energy still. What do we have at the throat? Wow. The Chariot. Michael. Cancer energy, who is like God. Perseverance, success in conflict, overcoming adversity. And here you are stepping over this beast, right, which is representative of this energy here. And this is speaking now about the divine backing you up. This is you meeting the universe halfway and then you receiving downloads on how to move forward in regards to this situation. See, everything has just been kind of dragging on, right? There's been no real resolution to this, but the resolution is all in you no longer allowing yourself to respond or react to this person, this situation, these people, this event, whatever it is for you, Libra, and it's right there at the throat. So this is you overcoming the need to respond to these bullying tactics from this energy. And truly being open to the change that is very much here for you. It's wanting to flood through and surround you, but you have to make yourself available to the blessing without allowing this energy to anchor you. Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag energy. Irithel, the preventing God. Propagation of light, confounds the wicked and slanders, saves from enemies. This Page of Wands is representing this new kind of passion that you found for life, and you're taking action on this. You're using this upcoming eclipse to eclipse this situation, this person, whatever it is, out of your life for good. Now, for those of you that may still need to have this individual in your reality in some capacity, maybe you share a child or something like this, or I don't know, maybe you have to see this person in passing. It's just you no longer allowing them to affect you. And again, not giving them an audience, which begins to give you the feeling as if they're not even on the same timeline as you anymore, because your perception around your reality and how you perceive them has completely shifted. What do we have at the crown to close out for Libra, please? Three of Wands, Aries energy. Satael, the god of hope. Construction of the universe, help with great works, protection from adversaries. And here you are now, Libra, allowing the divine to guide you, right? Palms up, eyes closed, so to speak, completely protected. Having hope and faith that you are being guided down the right path. Visionary kind of energy. And there's this kind of foresight that you are now encompassing as you are making your way forward into your future. It's as if you can make plans now. You can actually bring these visions that you have for your life into your reality. You start to recognize just how much this energy has been holding you back. And interestingly enough, it all comes down to one simple act, Libra. And that is you understanding that all of those precious life clock minutes that you were draining out on this energy all equate to a brand new timeline that you are shifting into. Libra, this is the message I have available to you, depending on where you are on this timeline, should you choose to accept. I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading, you can find all of my contact details in the description below this video. And thank you for your donations, Libra. Take care.